In 1972, Eastern Airlines Flight 401 was heading for Miami International Airport, but it would never make it. The pilots would get distracted by a light bulb that's not working for their nose gear. The pilots would circle over the Everglades just off Miami International Airport. The pilots don't realize it, but they are descending towards the Everglades. The pilot accidentally bumps his control wheel, which disengages the autopilot for the autopilot that controls the altitude. The plane slowly descends to the Everglades with 176 people on board. The pilots don't notice this until it's too late. By the time the pilots notice it, they are already crashing into the Everglades. Out of the 176 people on board, only 75 survive. Sadly, 101 are dead. This was caused by poor communication, which has happened before. It was also a deadly factor in the deadliest accident in aviation history. In March 1977, two 747s collided on a runway at Los Rodeos Airport, now North Tenerife Airport, in the Canary Islands. 583 people were killed, with only 61 people surviving. That was also caused by poor communication. Poor communication was also the cause of the crash of United Airlines Flight 173 in 1978, 3 days after Christmas. That one crashed into a Portland suburb. And sadly, out of the 189 people on board, 10 were killed. 179 survived, and also 2 houses were destroyed. Nobody on the ground was hurt. In 1972, American Airlines Flight 96 lost its cargo door over Windsor, Ontario, Canada, while flying to New York. That flight made an emergency landing back at Detroit Metropolitan Airport with all 67 people on board. When the cargo door blew out, it blew out 2 rows of seats and part of the plane's floor. Luckily, nobody was in the seats that were sucked out. In 1975, a cargo jet flying out of Vietnam lost its cargo door with children on board. That was Operation Baby Lift in 1975 because the United States was in war with Vietnam. Out of everybody aboard, over 250 died. Only about 150 survived. In 1979, the worst air disaster in U.S. history happened. American Airlines Flight 191 took off from O'Hare International Airport, but shortly into the takeoff, the pilots lose power because they literally lost the number 1 engine. It detached. The plane slowly turned fully to the left and crashed into a hangar. Sadly, all 271 people on board the DC-10 were killed, and 2 people in the hangar. In total, 273 people were killed. Also in 1979, Air New Zealand Flight 901 crashed into Mount Erebus in Antarctica, killing 257 people. That was because of controlled flight into terrain. That's also happened before. In 2011, Russ Air Flight 9605 crashed into a road on approach to an airport in Russia. 47 people were killed, and that was in June 2011. Only 5 people survived. 2011 wasn't a good year for Russia. Also in 2011, a hockey team on board Yacht Service Flight 9633 crashed into a river. Out of the 45 people on board, 44 died. Only 1 person survived. Actually, initially, it was actually 2 people that survived, but another died in the hospital. In 1971, an unsolved mystery of a 727 that was hijacked. The hijacker jumped out of the plane while flying to Reno, Nevada. The person was never found. But I will know that is D.B. Cooper. He was never found. And he hasn't been found to this day. And yeah, that's going to be all for today, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. And these were all plane crashes in the 1970s. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.